Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Sorry, I gotta set my phone down. Hello. Happy Saturday. My name is Carla Fishinghawk, and I'm coming to you live from my house. Ooh. Um, I was gonna go out and about today, but I decided I'm just gonna stay home. It's one of those kind of days. Bear with me. I have just loaded up all my stuff to different areas. It's going live at different areas like Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. So I'm just kind of trying to figure it out. So bear with me, you guys. Just trying to figure out the comments too, that kind of thing. Excuse me. So, anyways, I hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday. Today is such a beautiful day. I haven't really done very much today yet, but it's early. It's early. So let's see. Today I really don't have a topic. I just thought maybe we could just talk about what's going on in the world. I know people are getting closer to the Amazon shopping day on the 13th. I hear a lot more people talking about Christmas shopping and all this other stuff going on, like holiday shopping. And I thought, oh my gosh, this year is almost over. It's just so disturbing how this year has just been so crazy. Hello, lovely to meet you. Oh, hi, Louise. How are you, honey? I'm doing good. The weather changed. Excuse me. I actually live in San Diego, California, so the weather change out here is very, very. It's like kind of cold one day and then like blazing hot, like in the 90s. So like my allergies are kind of kicking in. But everything is great. Everything is lovely. Yesterday was kind of a hectic day, but I think we're all going through that. During my meditations and stuff, I find it where I'm kind of like losing, like my mind is wandering just a little bit more than normal than what, it used to. Then, I'm one of those that I'm meditating and all of a sudden I'm like squirrel, I'm like squirrel. But I've actually gotten really good with it, much better with it. But it's funny because, oh my God. Oh, you're in the UK. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's so bad right now. It's just one of those things. Plus, I think I see. I don't watch TV. I don't watch news. I don't watch any of that. So, from what I understand, we still might have some fires out there somewhere. So the air quality is. I mean, it hasn't been good at all for months. Months. It hasn't been good out here and other places. Because there's like these fires going, just crazy, crazy stuff. Excuse me. But I do have my blue necklace, my lapis lazuli, to kind of help with my throat chakra. I might have to put my blue bandana on again, but which that really helps. So anyway, so today let's just talk about any random topic. I mean, I guess just what's going on in the world, how people are feeling. Just kind of, I noticed a lot more people yesterday. Debbie, Duncan, and I had done another our new usual Friday show up at 3 p.m. We do a free psychic readings. Excuse me, and a lot of people yesterday were just having a lot of awakenings going on. A lot of the dark night of the soul still transitioning. A lot of people are still having those energies of kind of being like pulled, stretched, that kind of thing. And a lot of people are not ready for it. I mean, nobody ever is. Excuse me. Nobody really is ever, right? Nobody really is ever ready, or they don't know what's going on, or some people are highly emotional right now. Like today, seriously, I slept most of the day. I like woke up a little while. I woke up early this morning and then I went back to sleep because I'm just like, either I'm traveling a lot during my sleep, which I think that's what's going on, or I'm just super, super, super just getting downloads, getting all that kind of stuff, because it's just been so just draining, just really draining lately. So today, you know what? Actually, that's a good topic. Today, how can we help ourselves? How can we relieve ourselves to a certain extent on going through these energies? You know, going through these times where everything is just seems so chaotic. You know, I always preach meditation. Grounding is number one. Excuse me. Once you continue to ground yourself, you're like in top. It helps you out so much. But also, what else is going on that we can, you know, what else is going on with us besides our energy being very low? Um, or headaches is another one. Just even change of appetite, those kind of things. Just go with the flow. If you're tired, take a nap. If you're, I mean, even if you're just taking a 20-minute nap, a 10-20 minute nap, or whatever you can do to help yourself, yeah, man, take that nap. You know, drink lots of water. Keith and I, my boyfriend, we drink alkaline water. That's helped out so much. And you don't have to buy the expensive alkaline water. You can refill your water, you know, I mean, as long as it's good stuff. It's not, I mean, whatever. As long as you're putting in your water, you're getting your water in, you can even put a little bit of baking soda and that will make your alkaline water. You don't have to go out and spend all kinds of crazy money, okay? Um, so us light ones need to work on finding a new balance. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Louise. You know, just like, okay, truth, my truth, okay? I don't know, this entire year, I keep seeing in my mind, like right now, I see myself walking in a forest. There ain't nothing but trees around me, and I'm touching the trees, and I'm walking along, you know, just hoping that bears and yetis don't come along. I'm just kidding. But, you know, I mean, getting out in nature. Seriously, my spirit guides have been on my junk for so long now to get out there, get in nature, and it's almost like it's like a cleansing that would happen, or something huge will happen, because I, you know, even in China, um, they prescribe foresting. There's actually a true thing. I'm not saying insurance is going to pay for it, but what I'm saying is the doctors are telling these people to go out to go out into the forest and become one with nature. And that is where we are lost. We are not able to be one with the the forest, you know, with nature, Mother Earth, all of those. Yeah, go for it, Louise. Go for it. I think a lot of it too is that a lot of people have just, you know, we get busy in our lives. We do certain things that, you know, we have children. You know, we stay on this hamster wheel of life, and we forget, you know, how we need to come back to ourselves. So there are so many different ways. People enjoy yoga. I enjoy meditation. I enjoy my grounding meditation. I enjoy spending time with my family, with my boyfriend, you know, with my dog when she's in the mood to hang out with me. For those of you that don't know, I have a husky. Her name is Gypsy Rose, and she is quite the finicky one, but all huskies are, right? But anyways, also, you know, it could include your diet. You know, you're feeling sluggish. People start going through the change of like they're leveling up. You know, people are going through their you know, dark night of the soul, and they're finding out their life purpose. They're becoming closer to it. So even your diet will change. Your body will start rejecting certain foods. They want you to clear up. Um, you know, or the universe saying, hey, what you're putting in it, and I just talked about this the other day, what you're putting into your system, not only what you're watching, by what you're seeing, hearing, but also what you're eating, your intake on all senses, you know, has to be changed, because when you're going through the dark night of the soul, it's like, holy crap. You feel every single emotion. I mean, it's like it's just like so bizarre. I mean, unless you've gone through it, it's just like you cry, you laugh, it's like you don't know where your head is at, half the time, and everything is so like offensive. I mean, that's how I was. I'm like, what? Everything became so like you just become oversensitized, and it's just like, okay, but then being extremely empathic, a lot of that was going on too. So when you get those empaths out there that are feeling everything that does not belong to them and they carry, that's a huge burden, because that is lots of roller coaster action when it comes to your emotions. So, okay, so I feel that usually empaths when I ground. Yes, yes, Louise. I am feeling that at this moment, Mother Earth, absolutely, absolutely, sister. You hit it head on. So if we connect our roots when grounding to the trees, absolutely. So this is what I do every Monday, Louise. I do a grounding. This is my daily grounding as well. I don't do anything different for myself than I do with you guys on my Monday morning groundings. so so what I do is when I'm actually grounding and I'm doing my morning meditation, I put a grounding cord on my root chakra down into the middle of Mother Earth. I envision the middle of Mother Earth as a big, huge heart, lava, and red. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as that grounding cord goes from my root chakra into Mother Earth's heart, those lower vibrational energies and those things that no longer serve my highest purpose become draining. They go draining, draining down into Mother Earth, and she is healing that energy, or that, all those, I call them dust bunnies. She is healing those dust bunnies, and in return, Mother Earth is sending up her energy through my foot chakras, which I also envision myself as a tree. So as Mother Earth is sending up her loving, high vibrational energy healing, it runs up through the trunk of my body, up to my branches, to the tips. She nourishes my leaves. She nourishes my fruit. And my fruit is also my manifestations. So I envision my fruit as my manifestations. And also, she also nourishes, if I have animals. I have an owl. In my meditation, I have an owl that lives in my tree, and she has little babies. And so we are nurturing. Not only is Mother Earth nurturing us, we are providing a home, security for those animals, whatever around us. So when we stop and we really look at it, we can imagine anything that we want in our meditations. So as we rise, just like this, placing that grounding cord, Louise, putting that grounding cord on you from your root chakra into the middle of Mother Earth's heart, into her core, allowing, absolutely, the owl. The owl is one of my spirit animals, just like uh, a wolf. But then I also love the raven too. I love the crow, the raven. But it's funny because whenever I say wolf, the wolf is also one of my spirit guides. I always think of Wile E. Coyote, because sometimes I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I think to myself, okay, Carla, all right, let it go, let it slide. So also another thing too is that when we stop and we look at different energies and we're not understanding, or we're not going to, thank you, Debbie, I appreciate you. Yes, Louise, yes. So let's go ahead, let's run it, let's run through it, Louise. Let's get down to it. So okay, so then we just did that meditation. Okay, so we have run that Mother Earth energy to the sky, or to our leaves, to our branches, right? To the tips, our fruit, our leaves, and our blossoms, if we have any, our beautiful flowers. And it's amazing because above us, we see a big, huge golden sun. That golden sun has changed from just golden sun. It has also changed to a beautiful orangish red, almost like a blood orange. And that energy has come from the sky. It has come from the gods. It's almost like that Ganesh color behind me. And it's nourished right now with the energies of the harvest moon. And with that energy, we want to call back our life force energy. And as we call back our life force energy, we want to pour. Once it comes in, once all that life force energy comes in, that magnetic golden sun, that reddish golden sun, we want to pour that golden sun over the top of our eighth chakra, the one that relies, it's our spirit. I call it the spiritual donut. That's the maker, the shaker, and the honey maker, whatever you want to call it. We pour that down over our eighth chakra, and it automatically comes down into our crown chakra. It reaches our branches to the tips. Sorry about that. It reaches our branches to the tips. It nourishes our fruit. And it loves on our blossoms. And our leaves turn from green to the beautiful, vibrant autumn color, gold, red, orange. Because we are in a season of change. We are in the season of the witch. We are in the season of, with the veil being very thin. Hello, Kayla. We are in that vision of seeing both sides of the veil, feeling both sides of the veil. So when we look at that energy, it nourishes our bodies, and we just let it go down. We pour it down, all the way down to our roots. And we also allow a little bit of that beautiful life force energy to go down our grounding cord. Let's share that beautiful energy with Mother Earth and circulate through our grounding cord from our root chakra down into Mother Earth's heart. And she sends it back more powerful than what it was when we gave it to her. Absolutely. If your head isn't spinning and your third eye and your top of your head isn't tingling, because mine is like, ooh, sister. So let that energy just rotate and allow that golden sun to completely, that life force energy, allow that just to completely quench all of your chakras all the way down to your root chakra, and allow the rest of that energy just to flow down to your roots, reaching deeper into Mother Earth. She grabs onto your roots and you grab onto her power. Feels beautiful, beautiful. So I think it's one of those beautiful feelings that it comes to us, let's see, to clear some of that energy, get rid of that, some of that icky stuff. I love it. Feels very good. Next time we'll get in, I'll bring down some cosmic energy on you, sister. Next Saturday we'll do the cosmic energy. So anyways, hey, yeah, I feel really good. Whew, that was like another good meditation I got this morning. So, or this afternoon. So yeah, so life is good. Hello, Kayla. How are you doing today, my dear? So Louise, you have a dragon spirit guide. Very, 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 very nice. Oh, your phone is going crazy. Spirit's trying to tell you something, Louise. Spirit's trying to tell you something. You have a dragon spirit guide. You and I are such similar creatures, Louise. It's very amazing. My very first, I used to attend a school, no names. And it was very weird because when I was going to the spiritual school, and it was the very first place I ever went to, and I was learning exactly who I am and what's going on and stuff. And I remember being in class, and I used to get this feeling. I would kind of look up, and I would always get this vision of a dragon. Weird. So I told my cousin Lisa Watts, who I used to go to school, we would attend school together. She's actually amazing, 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 amazing. And I told her, I said, you know what? I keep seeing a dragon. I'm like, why do I keep getting this dragon? The owner of the school back in the day put a dragon on top of the building for protection. He put a dragon up there to take care of anything that might have come around that does not belong there. And the dragon just sat there. And so the dragon, I was able to see it. Beautiful dragon. So a little later on down the road, I was like, I kept seeing this dragon. Well, I figured, okay, this dragon wants to hang out. Beautiful purple color, beautiful. It was completely different from the other one. So I call her Magenta. How weird is that? Yeah, dragon, yeah. And it's funny because I would tell Keith, my boyfriend, I'm like, there's this dragon, man. And I would always trip out because I didn't know what it was. So she would always fly around. And that's what they say too. You see, excuse me, you see a lot of different things in the clouds, right? People see different things in the clouds, like they say dragons, birds, Mother Mary, Jesus. People have these visions that they see like the clouds, or magenta is a purple color. She kind of looks like the dragon from Shrek. Yeah. Oh, how sweet. How sweet. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Dragons are a very powerful creature. They can reach places and see places. It's almost like the fly on the wall. What do they call that? Remote viewing. They bring lots of power of seeing on the other side of the veil, because they have great view, powerful view of those of the unseen, if that makes sense. When you think of the dragon as being a guide, that they will always protect you, number one. Number two, their sole purpose is to help you get past those mountains, to help you get past those things that are more confidence, to help to get you, to move you to those over those obstacles. I'm sorry, my grandmother's talking right now. My grandmother's my spirit guide, and she's like, she's just funny. She's just funny. Yes, you know what? Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are. Let me tell you. A few months ago, I had this thing that kept standing behind me, and it was like outside. It wouldn't come in, but I mean, sometimes you'd be inside, sometimes outside. And my dog, Gypsy Rose, would always just kind of be looking. Well, I kind of figured it out. I finally seen it for the very, very, very first time, and it was an Anubis. Egyptian god. They help that people cross over. They are like the gatekeepers of the death. They are very, very wise, but he was extremely powerful. I remember how I didn't feel like I had very much control of, like, he was just kind of a little too mischievous for me. He always was like, he helped me do some healings, yes, but he was very powerful. Now I asked him to leave because, yes, if you are not comfortable with any spirit guide, or any spirit guide you feel is not for you, or you're not ready for that spirit guide, you can ask them to leave. You can ask them nicely with lots of love and respect. You can ask them to please, give you some time to help you get to that level to where you're able to feel comfortable with them. It's nothing personal. You can absolutely ask them anything you want. You know, if they don't mind standing by, that kind of thing. Because trust me, when that Anubis came through hot, I Googled it. I mean, the the ones that I had seen, the people that had been working with Anubis, I thought, you know what, this just isn't for me. He maybe later on down the road, because what I do too is I have helped and I do help when I'm asked. I kind of like do the end of the life doula. Excuse me. I have helped some dear friends cross over at their time of death, and I've helped the family members, but I've also helped spirit crossover. So I do a little bit of everything for those of you that are not familiar with me and stuff like that. I do readings as well. Sure, you bet, Chris, I got you. But also, I also do I do a little bit of this and that. I do a little bit of everything. So, and I'm always learning. So that's one thing about in this world, you're always learning. You don't know truly what all your gifts are until they come to you. That's another thing I always tell. Every night, I always ask the Akashic Records keeper to please file away any lessons I learned for that day, to please put that in my Akashic Records, and to also clear my silver cord for travel, if I travel that night, to please clear my silver cord that keeps me attached to my body. In case I do travel, I don't want to have any remnants left over from a previous travel. I want a clean slate. And also, there are times where you can also ask your when you're doing your medication during your meditation, you can also ask the Akashic Records keeper to release any lessons, any activations that may be good for you right now. Any upgrades, any activations, any knowledge that you could be using that you are currently prepared to use and to have and to hone and to, ask your Akashic Records keeper, man. Tell him, hey, you know what? If I'm ready for any lessons right here and now in this moment right here, please release them to me and let me embrace them and use them along, with my life purpose. Help me to move forward and feel, because that's another thing too. I know recently I kind of feel like there's always things cooking. You may feel that you may have backslid a little bit, or maybe there's not much going on, that kind of thing. Believe me, that is far from the truth. Sometimes it feels like you're slumping backwards, but you're actually being adjusted to be pole vaulted forward. There is no yes, you the gifts you have now, the ones that you have have right now and are embracing, those you can never lose. Once you're clocked into the spirituality world and all this other stuff and all these gifts and everything, you can't lose them. Now, if you're using these kind of things for not good, or you're using things to hurt other people, now that's a no-no. That right there is not cool. And I'm one of those that I always speak about respecting spirit. You must always respect spirit. No more Ouija boards. For those of you who don't know what you're doing, put down the Ouija board, step away. Because when you awaken spirit and you yank them from their slumber, that is not good. That is not good. I have had people call me and they're just like, oh, well, can you help me out? I kind of was, and I'm like, you were dabbling, because I could see from where I'm at. I look into their space with their permission, of course. I look into their space and I see all this, going on over there. And I'm like, man, why are you dabbling? I'm like, why do you do that? See, when people get caught up, they want to talk to spirit and spirit answers, and it's not the right kind of spirit. And they're like, help. Sometimes some people wake things up that I myself can't even put back. I mean, they need to call like I'm not saying I know all about all that stuff, but sometimes even me, I'm like, that's above my pay grade. That's above my knowledge. I can't, because you know what? When things like that happen, to me, it's just like grave robbers. It's the same thing. To me, it's the same thing. Like, they find these, in these pyramids, they find these beautiful sarcophagus, and they go and they dig them up because they want to see what's in them, or it's worth money. That's grave robbing, man. That's like me walking to the cemetery right now and digging up graves, and they're going to arrest me and put me in jail. To me, it's the same thing. But people say they do it for the money. They do it for the museums. They do it for, look at how many Native Americans that, cemeteries, or regular cemeteries. They just get rid of the headstones, push them off into a ditch, and the land is hollow. That's one of those things that's where man has completely lost their mind, because there is no respect for the life, and there's also no respect for them in death. So how do we fix it? We stop doing what they're doing. That's just how I see it. Especially right now, I'm preaching this because right now the veil is extremely thin. And the closer we get to October, the end of October, dude, people are going to start seeing things. They're going to start knowing things and hearing things. And they're going to be like, oh my gosh. Everybody gets a chance to speak, even the dead. Everybody. Always remember that. So let's see here. Let's do some readings. Carla's gonna get down off of her soapbox. I'm like so one of those, dude. And then that's my grandmother too. Nana, for those of you that don't know me, first timers, thank you for coming. I love you. I appreciate you. My very first spirit guide was my grandmother, Nana. Okay. She is a go-getter. She is a woman who always stood in her power. She was no nonsense. She told you exactly the way it was, and she was all about keeping it real. She was always about, you know what? Handle your business because nobody else is going to handle it for you. And she was just always about empowering women around her. And it's beautiful because the guidance she gave in life, she still continues to give on the other side. And it's truly amazing how much strength she still continues. In fact, more, which is beautiful. So anyways, okay. So when you hear me talk, whenever I get questions about women, men, boyfriends, stuff like that, right away, my grandmother, you guys, boom, she pops in because she's like, So anyways, all right, let's do some readings. Let's do it. Okay, so let me go back. I apologize. Do I have any future? Okay, anything for me, please, would be very much appreciated. Indeed, please. Okay. Okay, Chris. Wow. So, Chris, I'm trying to look because my grandmother is talking to your grandmother. Your grandmother is very sweet. Your grandmother passed away on my daughter's birthday. My youngest child was born on December 12th, 91. So, you know what your grandmother says? She says that she had the most beautifulest life, in that, growing up in that era. Oh my God, bless her heart. She's just so sweet. My grandmother is telling your grandmother, oh, these kids, they just don't know. They just, my grandmother, because they both were very, they were kind of from the same era, the same time. I say my grandmother because my grandmother, it'd be 9 years since she passed this past September, and she grew up on a different planet. I always say that because how they struggled. And she would always say how even through all the hard work and the tough work and all that stuff that they went through, she said that life was good. She always had gratitude for everything that she had, even though at times it wasn't very much. I do sense a little bit of loneliness that she had, but that's just natural for, she misses her family, that kind of thing. But she's just so happy. Of course, she's happy. She can watch over everybody. I think there's a little bit of control that might possibly be in there too. She has, yeah, I was going to say she's talking to my grandmother, and she said that we raised our kids as best as we could, and with what we had, and so her and your grandmother and my grandmother, they both had such kind of similar struggles, raising children, that giving heart. It was it's very loving. Your grandmother and my grandmother have the same vibration, energy wise. Your grandmother she said she was very lucky to have the life that she had. No matter what was brought to her plate, whatever she had, she was just like, okay, we're going to handle it. We're going to do it. And I think a lot of her, she says that she is extremely grateful for the lessons that she learned in her life. She's able to watch over you guys, but at the same time, she is able to guide you guys, because in this lifetime, she knows that you're having it rough, that we're all having it rough. And she's saying that she's very happy with your life. She says, you want a little bit more. Sometimes you get a little sad, lonely, because, she's always with you, though. She says she says that she sees you cry. She says that she sees you worry about her, but she's saying that don't worry so much. She's good. She's happy. Her thing about leaving on that specific day was that she calls it a celebration of life, because everything that she left behind is her legacy. It's who she is. She is truly lovely. She loves flowers. She says she sends you the scent of flowers. I always get jasmine, but I think it's not like a tulip, but it's something very, very soft, very beautiful. I see that she comes in the wind. You have a window open in the kitchen. I see there's a window open in the living room, and she likes to just flow through the house. She says that she really enjoys the family time. She likes that one specific corner on the right side of the couch. So she's there. She's not like anywhere. She comes in and goes. Now, keep in mind, when they come to visit, it takes a lot of their energy to come in and hang out with you and just kind of, she says she likes to, she says she liked popcorn. She said, but it was bad for her teeth. My grandmother, they're like, yeah. They're just like sitting there chatting. I feel like kind of rude for disrupting them. Oh yes. She was born 1932. Absolutely, Chris. Her and my grandmother, they're sitting there. See, they're talking about, okay, now you got them started. My grandmother and your grandmother, they're sitting there talking about how washing machines were not a thing back in the day. These girls had it easy. Washing machine, dryer, all this stuff. She says that, but it's okay, because she wouldn't want you to have to struggle the way that she struggled back in the day. Meaning not a struggle, but just like it's gotten easier for the women of today. But they've gotten a little bit lazier. My grandmother right away, she's got to chime in. Yeah, but they leave the clothes in the dryer for days. Do you leave your clothes in the dryer and not get them out right away? Because I know I do. I get them out a couple hours later, but my grandmother's like, you get them out when they're hot. That kind of thing. She's just one of those, man. There's no shame to her game. She's a go-getter. So anyways, your grandmother's very lovely, and she's there. She says she loves popcorn. Yeah, my grandmother, they're both just chatting away. It's funny because I think when they cross over and they have so many different, they don't know other people, like, okay, and your grandmother just totally says that she loves Halloween. Like this year, she's like, oh man, she was so excited to see the kids dress up and everybody dress up, because Halloween is kind of a big thing in your house, I guess. So she's just like, oh well, whatever. Something about dressing up a dog. I don't know. But anyways, I hope that helps you. I bless you, and I leave you with that. I can go on. My grandmother and your grandmother, they're just chatting away. I don't even. They don't care about my show. They're just like whatever. I freaking love it, man. I love it. Now my grandmother has another friend to talk to. Um, okay, so Louise, yeah, Louise, let's do a reading. Okay. Louise, you are extremely sensitive. When I already knew this from the minute you got on the show. But you know what's really weird is that, like of course, my head is tingling, my head is kind of spinning a little bit, and there's a lot of things going on in your mind that something about finding your life purpose. When you look for your life purpose, you're already doing your life purpose by being a light worker, by setting the light, by setting your intention um, to be able to understand that everything isn't perfect, but you're okay with that. I can see that. You're one of those that likes to just, you know what, when people don't have a smile, let's make them, let's find them a smile. Let's help them out. You're a people person. Another thing that I really, really, I can say, one thing I admire about you, honey, is that you completely understand your people. You are extremely empathic, and that is very difficult. This has not been an easy path for you. You call on your spirit guides. You've actually learned a lot, but there's a lot more coming. I thought I saw a message up here. I'm so sorry. I'm also sensing a little Native American that's going on there. Let's see. Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, we can talk after the show. No big deal, Louise. Absolutely. Louise, did you say something about you were seeing spirit out of the corner of your eye? See, now that's another thing. There's also some people that are coming to you and they're talking to you. I know you're able to hear them, but another thing is that it's kind of like a gurgle, like you're getting it in your left ear. I can totally see that. It's almost like a gurgle. Sometimes it may be a high pitched noise. Call on your spirit guides and ask them to help you. Oh yeah, see, yeah, there is a Native American there. I got that because right away I heard drums, and I heard chanting. I see fire. I see. It's almost not a powwow, but it's almost like a medicine. It's a medicine. It's like a healing chant, a healing ritual. I'm trying to find the words because it's like they're going on and on here. I've started to see them. Okay, yes, absolutely. Okay. Okay, now let me just clear this. Let me just clear this. Okay. Okay. So now in your sleep, what my guide? Okay, because I have a Native American guide. He was my second one to come around. His name is Chief Mojo Risen from the Doors. My boyfriend is a Doors fan. But anyways, the chief is very strong. He is a healer. He is also a guide to help. He helps me cross over the ones that are ready to pass, but also he helps me to cross over the ones that are already on the other side that need to find the light that have not been able to. Okay. So Louise, I can see you. You have also been a into the life doula. In your sleep, you are crossing over people that are not able to find the light. They have unfinished business, and you are able to help them unravel that karma or work out those issues and to help free them and cross them over. Now, the ones that you're seeing right now are the ones that are kind of lingering. The ones that are, I can see you have a group of people standing behind you. And what they're doing is that they are looking at you and they're waiting for you to acknowledge them. And what's happening is that you will become much keener. I can guarantee you within a week or two tops, you're going to see more spirits, and they're going to talk to you. Okay, I see that you are sensing them around you, but you're not acknowledging them. So let me just give you an example. I'm sitting here, right? And all of a sudden, I get this feeling of somebody standing to the left of me. Like right now, I can hear somebody talking to me. They're like, okay, see, so now Spirit is telling me to tell you that yes, they are there. They are being patient. They are waiting for you to begin some meditations, do some grounding. Your spirit guide is here. Very handsome Native American man. Sorry. He is telling me as a child, you were able to see spirit and you were able to help them without even knowing it. Children have come to you because you are extremely sensitive to, when it comes to children, like you are naturally caring. You're like the auntie. You're like they are angels. They are angels and they are guiding you. Your spirit guide, he's like here, okay? He's like here, he's coming in hot. And he says that you have this love within you that is a beacon for those that are crossed over. Now, in order for you to embrace your gifts, because I'm not sensing any fear from you, you're like, okay, I can do this. Yes, there is a little bit of the unknown of like, I don't know if I'm believing what I'm seeing or hearing or what, I'm not believing it, but you're like, is this really true? Is this really what I'm getting? Sister, don't doubt yourself. You are more advanced than what you think you are. You have come, like within this past year, you were just getting like little blips of bits and pieces here and there, but right now you're coming in hot yourself. Okay. What I recommend is, again, meditation, grounding. Your spirit guide says that you have been able to access higher realms, especially in your sleep. You're doing much travel. You may be tired, but then again, some people, it doesn't affect some people like the rest. Like me, I'm like so wasted tired. The next day I get up, I'm like, dude, I need a nap, and I just woke up. So everybody reacts differently. Your energy that you're putting out, you also need to put that protection bubble around you. So let's go ahead. Let's go back. So we did that, the grounding cord. We did all that, and we put that golden sun. So now let's go ahead and we're going to bring out that golden sun 2 feet out into your aura. So now you're encased in this beautiful bubble, your protection bubble. In that protection bubble, we only allow high vibrational energy, white light, high vibrational energy to penetrate into your protection bubble to bring you those blessings. Everything else is a no-go. Because if we continue to have this hard shell of a protection bubble, we don't want you to miss out on any of the blessings or the activations that are coming. Okay? So we just put that up there for you. You're good, sister. Speak to your spirit guide. He's always with you. He has been guiding you. I do see is it your grandmother? I see an older lady that's standing there. She is, she's very sweet. She's maybe about, I don't know, 5'6". I'm not very good at numbers. She might be about 5'6". She's got curly hair, kind of short. It's kind of grayish, but she's got maybe grayish, blondish, kind of light color, sandy kind of. But she's got a little gray in there, a little pepper. I mean, a little salt in there, whatever. And I think she might just be cruising in. I'm not sure if she's your grandmother, but she has that grandmother essence to her. Very loving, very sweet. She says, she's just along for the ride, that kind of thing, maybe. She may be an ancestor. I'm not sure. She's not. She's just kind of standing there. She won't address it. She just came in to say hi. Maybe she could just be a spirit just cruising through on your waiting list, whatever. But again, understanding your life purpose, and a granddad tends to come to me more. Yeah. So, I mean, either or, because sometimes they just come in and they go out. Like my grandmother stays with me most of the time, and Sometimes she takes off to go check out on everybody else because I won't snitch them out. I'm like, hey, you want to know what they're doing? Go look yourself, Nana. But anyways, yes. So I bless you and I leave you with that. Again, continue to talk to your spirit guide. If he does not show himself to you, this is what I recommend. Put a little stage in front of yourself. Put a stage in front of you and just sit there after you've had a really good meditation. Put that stage out in front of you and ask him to please step forward. Have him step on that stage and then ask him exactly what he wants and ask him anything you want. Ask him what his name is. Any of your spirit guides will totally show you themselves as they feel it would be acceptable to you. So your spirit guide may look differently to me than he will to you. However you want your spirit guide to look, that's how he will present himself. Okay, Louise, it was a blessing and an honor. I will get with you after the show, or whenever you have time. That's fine, no biggie. I'm all about it. Okay. Absolutely, anytime. That's what I'm here for, sweetheart. Okay, so let me go back up. Jade, I hope I'm not missing anybody. If I'm missing somebody, chime back in there. Let me know. Jade, you see shadows run past your room when you were a kid twice. So what did you get out of that? What did you think they were? Was it the house? I think it was the house. I think you guys had something in that house that may have something from like way back in the day. What is it? Have you got any windows open? Them things hanging up on your all. Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, no. I have a window open. Yeah, I'm like, huh? What? No, yeah. I have the window open, so things move behind me. But yeah, spirits known to come in here and try and jack up my show, hijack my show. Let me see here. Let's see here. Is there anything in the cards for me? Pretty please. Can you communicate to me a message I failed to receive or understand? Anything you could tell me? Okay. All right, Jessica. Jessica, you're chiming in. Jessica, what exactly do you want to know? What questions do you have? Or do you just want a general reading? My head is spinning with you too, Jessica. Very interesting. So Jessica, I think that you too, yourself, you are a sensitive. Yes, you are a sensitive. You have been hearing things. Have you been seeing things? I think you've been probably hearing things. You getting high-pitched noises in your ear, preferably your left ear. You may be hearing a buzzing. You may be hearing almost kind of like, okay, when you go underwater and you're kind of hearing somebody talk, but you're like, wait, I'm underwater. I can't understand it. Kind of like the underwater tone. So let me go ahead and let me just tap into your energy. Give me 1 second. So Jessica, it's very weird. Not weird bad, weird good. You are also extremely sensitive right now. Like my head is just going. So when you're looking at yourself and you are feeling, you don't know what you're feeling, right? You're like, I don't know what's going on. You hear things, you see things, You're sensing that you're not alone in the room. You are you hearing? I hear that I see you, you're like walking somewhere and somebody says your name and you turn around and there's nobody there. So the energy that is coming to you is working to help you hone your skill. So again, I recommend meditation, becoming still in your mind, and let the voice come to you. You're also getting ideas, realizations. How do they say that? You're getting information that's not yours, but you know it, but you don't know how you know it. They're downloading messages into your head. Okay. You are being sent messages, uploads. Keep a journal for all of you. It is extremely important to keep a journal. Becoming still is so hard. Becoming still is a lot much easier than you think. Trust me. And I'm, I hate that crap, but it's like, if I can do it, anybody can. Man, the proof is in the pudding. I swear. Even if you're sitting down for 2 minutes, I'm not sitting here saying, Jessica, you need to sit down for an hour and find your silence, blah, blah, blah. That's not it. There is a form of meditation a lot of people do not understand. A form of meditation is even just when you're sitting in your car and you're just in a daze, you're just sitting there. You drive somewhere and you get there to your destination and you're like, holy crap, how did I get here? That's a form of meditation. You're not in your mind. You're just kind of like your body automatically knows that's your subconscious just chilling, doing its thing, driving you there, right? That's a form of meditation. So let me show you this trick. Quick trick, okay? So what you do, you want to reset all this. You just want to reset it, clear it. So you're going to do a breathing exercise, okay? So you're going to breathe in twice, very fast, and release it. Do it 3 times, reset. Do the reset, and you'll feel much better. You might feel a little kind of right up there, but right now you're going to be okay. Okay. Can Doris feel my love? Okay. Understanding that when you're in meditation, it's going to take a little bit of time. Even if you just sit in silence and just close your eyes, that's a form of meditation. Don't try and push things out. Don't try and make things go. Let it come in. Acknowledge it. And then take a deep breath. Blow it out. And you're going to be good. Always go back to breath when you feel yourself slipping, and that'll help you. Can Doris feel my love? I want to go back to that question. Doris, is Doris a grandmother figure? A mother figure, I'm sorry. I honestly don't see anybody around you right now. I see I see a few people. I see many people. I see a group of people. An aunt, an uncle. Okay. I see a young lady who may have been a really good friend. I do see other people there. Like I said, there's a man who might be an uncle. I think it's like maybe like a family member. He says that he's your uncle, kind of heavy set, not like too heavy, but he's kind of got a gut. He is wearing I don't know, kind of like a plaid shirt, kind of short sleeve, jeans. He's wearing, I don't know, just very plain. Not, I mean, not like all like wearing a tuxedo or nothing like that. That's very kind, very gentle, you know, has a very hearty laugh. I do. Okay, so there is a grandmother there now, an elderly lady. He said, "This is my mother." There is also, or an auntie. It's weird because there's sometimes people you have them, they're your grandmother, but then they're more like a mother figure, raising you up in your upbringing. But I do see there is a child there. She is about 4 years old. She says her name is Stephanie. She is somebody who is. She says that you are her mother. She could be from another life though. Interesting. She just says that she loves you very much. She's about 4 years old. She kind of has longish, blondish hair, kind of, sort of like to like her, a little bit past her shoulders. She is or she's wearing a blue dress, kind of not frilly, but just kind of like right cut right here, like it's just a little plain light blue dress. She's very cute. She has her hair kind of like fixed on the top and it just goes straight. Very sweet. Yeah, she's very well, she could just be crossing through though too, sweetheart. See, she doesn't say exactly who she is, but I see that she's there. Sometimes spirit will come to you when you have a loving family and they never had that in their life, so they come and they hang out a little bit for whatever reason until they can feel that they are able to move on. I don't think that she is any I don't think that she's like mean or anything like that. Do you have a child that likes to speak to somebody and you walk in the room and they're like by themselves? Um, Very interesting. Hmm. Well, yeah, I don't think she might be affiliated. I think she's just kind of hanging out. Ah, there it is. Okay. So your son talks to her. Okay. Interesting. I don't think I think she's harmless. I think she's just there because you're a good mommy, very nurturing. I see her, she's standing there and she's just holding a balloon. Yeah. Now I'm getting the name Nicole. So I don't know. I don't know exactly what that means, but she's just kind of like she's just hanging out. I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think you sense her in the house. I think there, I see you actually have a couple spirits walking around in your house. They're just kind of passing through. He has not mentioned her, but has deja vu 100 times a day. Yeah. I think they both, yeah. Interesting. Well, just kind of keep an eye on him and just kind of see what I mean, there's nothing to worry about. I think that you have a very comfortable home, and I think that sometimes that when people come around, when spirit comes around, and they kind of just lollygag around because it takes them to a happy place, and they're able to kind of cruise around. I had a gentleman of a friend of mine that there was just this elderly gentleman that would cruise by because he loved lemonade. Back in the day when he was alive, he loved lemonade. And she just happened to make the best lemonade in town, and he loved the smell of lemons. So he would cruise over and hang out. And it was just one of those things. Sometimes the spirit just cruises through because they enjoy the ambiance, or it takes them back to a place that was familiar to them when they were alive. So most definitely, most definitely. So yeah. So maybe you guys can say a prayer, you and your son. Oh yeah, absolutely, Jessica. Absolutely, you are safe, most definitely. I just think that maybe you're kind of the beacon. Your home, just that whole loving vibrational energy is a beacon for those that need a little extra love on the other side, and then they just cross through, and then they cross over, or sometimes they just need to feel that last bit of earthly love, that family bond, that kind of thing. And then they're able to move over, cross over, which is a good thing. So I hope that I was able to help you guys. If you have any questions, Jessica, don't be afraid to reach out to me. We can look at it much better if you want with your son. Um, that's fine. You can reach me at Carla Lievanos Fishinghawk on my Facebook. Or through Psychic Fixes here, or whatever. Or Gypsy Rose and the Crone. But you just reach me at my Carla Lievanos Fishinghawk, and yeah, definitely, Jessica. No worries. Yeah, you just got that. You just got that mom vibe. Alyssa. Okay, let's do one quick one, Alyssa. Your Uncle Willie. Mm. Jessica, I bless you and I leave you with that. Okay, sorry. Alyssa. Uncle Willie. Uncle Willie. Your Uncle Willie is. I see he's moving around a lot. He's kind of like not very like clear. He says, "Why are you worried? Why are you worried? Why are you worrying? You're worrying about things that are not necessarily you need to worry about." He says he's fine. He keeps going like that. He says, "I'm fine." He's like, "You're worrying about things that don't worry yourself to death." He says, "You're too pretty to worry yourself to death." That's life. Hey, Sonia. Um, yeah, I can barely get to him, sweetheart. They miss him so much and would love to have a message from them. Is he around me? Like I was saying earlier, it takes a lot of energy for spirit to come down, into our, even though the veil is very thin right now. Yes, he's always around, but he's just kind of standoffish right now. Why? He won't even tell me. He says he's resting. He says that when he comes around, everybody gets nervous and people get antsy. He says that when he comes around, that people start. He sees that you guys are hurting, and he says that he wants you guys to stop and understand that it's okay to mourn him, but you have to let go. He says that the reason why he doesn't want to talk to me right now is because he cannot rest because everybody is still so very upset, and that he does not like to see any of you like that. He says that he has tried many a times to console you guys by being there, but it only seems to be doing much, much more harm than it is helping. So he has stepped back. One day, when you guys can let go and understand that he is okay, he might come back. He says, I thank you for sending this message. The message I just gave you is what he said. Yeah. So, and this is what I mean. Let me just say this, okay? Understanding that when spirit crosses over, we mourn them. We love them so much. But when we mourn so much and we never celebrate their lives, and we just mourn, they cannot rest. It keeps them away because they don't want to see their family continuously mourn and mourn when they are actually on the other side having a beautiful, they're healthy, their spirit, they can come in, they can go and live, they can do whatever they want, they can guide. Then if he chooses to reincarnate to come back into the family, then so be it. But right now, he's fine. He's okay. He's just in limbo because he wants to move forward, but he cannot move forward until you guys are able to celebrate his life. Yes, we all love and miss our family that have crossed over. See, now I'm getting all teary. But the thing is that we need to understand that we must celebrate their life too. Yes, we miss them. Yes, we understand that everybody dies. We want them back. We want this. We want that. The tears must become tears of joy, not tears of sorrow. The tears, the celebration. Let's love the legacy. Let's not mourn the legacy. Okay? Does that make sense? I bless you and I leave you with that. Awesome possum. So I hope this helps. I'm already like an hour and 12 minutes. You guys are the best. I love you all so much. All right, Louise, I got you. I'll go check it out right now. I think a lot of times, we go through life and we love those ones. We miss them. We want can always be a part of their lives. Man, they're always with us. They're always with us. They're always guiding us. They're always on our side. Even in life, if they were not really the best people to us in life, when they get to the other side and they do their life review, they get it. They understand. They become polished. They become better. They're top shelf, man. And sometimes they do come back for forgiveness. They will come back and say, you know what, I'm sorry I wasn't cool to you when I was alive, but hey, I get it now. You forgive and they move on. It's a process that not many people understand. It's a process that lingers in people's mind and they don't know how to approach it or how to deal with it. And that's what brings light workers along, such as myself, Debbie, Duncan, and what we do here on Psychic Fixes. And for all the other healers, the light carriers, the mediums out there and all that, however you want to define yourself, whatever your brand is, as long as you are a light worker, you are a healer. All right. I bless you all. And I think that this was a really good show. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you, Sonia. I try. And Wednesday we have an amazing, Saturday. Monday, I will be here 9-ish or so, 10-ish to do my Monday meditation. Every Monday I do a meditation, grounding meditation. Wednesday, we'll be back here on Psychic Fixes. We will have a beautiful guest, Tammy. She is also a high priestess. Woo! with a lot of knowledge and some skill to put down on you people. Wednesday night at 6:30 to 7:30 with Debbie, Duncan, and Tammy will be meeting here live. And it's on. Oh, you know what? Monday meditation, I apologize. Grizel Rubio does our Monday evening meditation to kind of seal the deal for the night. It's beautiful, beautiful meditation as well. So we got lots of things cooking this month as well. So please join us again here on Psychic Fixes. I love you all. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Anytime you need anything, please hit me up. Let me know. If you want to leave a donation as well, there is a link to my PayPal. Everything everything and anything, whatever is accepted, even if it's $1, whatever, I embrace it. I walk in gratitude for you all, and hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your weekend. Again, I love you. Good night.